All right, well, here we are, back on the therapy couch, 4 in the morning, telling silly stories. Again, I'm going to go back to being 15 years old with my parents being divorced and forced to stay with my grandmother, who was just a psycho monster and bitter and mean and nasty. And talked about her in my last video. It's just this short, 80-something-year-old lady with crusty hair and 3 inches of makeup that didn't match her, wearing missy petite little kids clothes because nothing fit her. She was 5'2", 5'3", 90 something pounds. Just terrible. She used this product called Shaklee, which is no different than any of these other protein nutrition brands, but it was a pyramid scheme, and her garage was full of it, and she had sold so much of this crap she had won a car. Her 84 Chevy Malibu station wagon, gold. Blech. Um, Again, parents got divorced. I was forced to live in this house, 15 years old, and it was a nightmare because I disrupted their lives with their gold shag carpet and gold tassels and years of unclean dog fur and rot in the house. It was just disgusting. But I had to deal with it. Made me kind of a better person, I guess. The story in question was Thanksgiving or get together or something close to that holiday, and all these relatives come out of the woodworks. And I mean, they come out of the woodworks from interesting places, and these relatives are all there, and I'm trying to avoid it. My grandmother would cook. She had, the gold countertop with the convection oven and the early version of like an air fry and 2 microwaves going and 3 burners going on her olive green stove and the fake brick crap in the back. And she'd blow all the fuses, and my grandfather would go outside and reset all the fuses and clog the drains and have to go fix the drains in the blender and whatever, Matic and all this crap running and put all these powders and stuff, and God knows what it was. And um everybody would sit down at this table, and it was the little half moon chairs. You're sat at the table like this with your head and your neck sticking out, and everybody talked about how bad their lives were and how terrible things were and how horrible this. And it was just a bitch session. It was terrible, even 15, 16, and dad talking about the parents' divorce, the relatives. Oh, I should go kill her, but we shouldn't say that in front of the kids. Ha 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 ha. BS. And it was all talk. It was all crap, but really inappropriate being a kid hearing this stuff and having to listen to all this crap and trying to eat this food. I found home video like burnt broccoli, melted burnt cheese, and noodles that were green and blue, and sauce that I couldn't identify, and smells we couldn't get. Well, all the family sitting down to these 30 plates of this white ceramic with little green leaves around it. Probably seen them all at thrift stores. Everybody probably had this crap in the 60s, 70s, but it was still there, and she was still using it. And everybody's getting all this food, and at the time, there was 3 dogs there. There was one named Wiley that was just a stupid mutt, and the other 2 were Queensland Heelers that were old and stuck up, and these dogs were ungodly fat because they fed it all the scraps off the table, and they didn't exercise, and the backyard was full of dog crap. I mean, again, really bad situation. All the family's all sitting at this table, and I'm just trying to avoid it, and I'm watching. Everybody's throwing the food off the table like they taste it and throw it down, and give me another drink, let me another beer, let me have this. And they're drinking all this crap. My grandmother's, blissfully unaware they're throwing all this shit at the dog. And the dog's eating all this food and getting worse and worse. I'm sitting in the corner watching, and first, the dog's standing upright, then it's laying down, and then it's laying on its side with its tongue just drool pouring out of it on the carpet, and the other dog's doing the same. And then finally the other dog's like, I've had enough, I'm out of here. The third one's gone completely. And it's like, okay, the one got this full stomach. It's sitting there, and then all of a sudden, like, all the family at the table just stops and looks at each other like, what is that? And I'm kind of in the corner looking, trying to avoid all this, and well, my grandmother, oh my God, what the? Everybody's holding their nose, shirts over, everybody's freaking out. What the heck is going on? And I look over, that dog's got 4 legs in the air, completely on its back, tongue on the side. It farted. It farted the fart of farts from a dog. It gagged out the entire room, and when I caught it, I had to haul butt out of there. It was so raunchy, and all the family's just like, oh, God darn. It's like suits you guys right for doing this to the dog. And one of the relatives opens the door and kicks the dog. Get the hell outside! And the dog goes out there and is laying in the grass, and it's so bad. Everybody in the family's like, no food, terrible food. Dog farted, house reeks, doors open. Everybody's gagging, trying to get it cleared out. You're like, oh my god, right out of a scene from like Christmas Vacation, right? It was so foul. I turn around, and later on, I go out in the backyard, just trying to avoid the family. A little stupid metal porch swing from the 70s. I'm sitting on it with the green and gold tassel and the lions and all the crap on it. And I watch one of the relatives go out there and grab a rotten tennis ball and like try to play fetch with this dumb dog. And I take the ball, throw it, and the dog goes running after the ball halfway through this backyard in this clouded dirt, drops his butt, and it was like rocket launches, like the booster on a rocket was going with the dog squirting diarrhea out the back of it, and it just like the dog's running, and I'm laughing hysterically, going, not my problem. The dog gets the ball, is rolling in it, it runs back up, and the ball's covered in diarrhea, the dog's covered in diarrhea, everything's soaked, it's dripping on the cement. The relative's like, yeah, I think I'm done playing fetch with this dog. Go inside. One of the relatives runs that garden hose, and they're all spraying the dog down. Dog's like, what did I do? You know? It was so disgusting. It was so bad. Yeah, great memory from that house. In this story, by saying the highlight of this house, you won't believe it. You go in the little guest bathroom, gold shag carpeted bathroom, toilet area, everything gold shag carpet, moldy, rotten, white sink, gold fixtures, but the wallpaper is what I remember. Silver foil, highly reflective wallpaper in the entire bathroom. So imagine the gold, the silver, the gold on the shower curtain, the tassels, and all the crap, and everything's carpeted with 20 years of people peeing on the carpet. You know, it's nasty. So when you sit down on the toilet, you look directly in front of you, and there's all the foil. So there's the reflection of yourself going to the bathroom to look at and enjoy. And then if you kind of squint and look back a little bit, over the gold foil, or the silver foil, was a gold print, and the gold print was a lion. So you're like, wow, I'm going to sit on the toilet to do my business. 3 feet in front of me is this wall that's silver foil with a giant gold lion staring me in the eyes as I'm trying to handle my business. And I thought, that might have been cool in 1968, but you know, this is 1990s. It was pretty disgusting and pretty bad. I'll never forget it. Again, my grandmother died and saw the house, and it was exactly like it was, just as filthy as all the years when I lived there and I left. I was really disappointed that I went into that bathroom to get some pictures of that just to prove to the world that this thing existed. And unfortunately, somebody had pulled all the wallpaper down in some, half attempt of renovation of the house, and was pissed. The gold shag carpet was still there, but the gold and white flower print low boy couch was gone. The organ was gone. The Motorola 8-foot cabinet speaker was gone, and the octagon corner tables that had the cast pirate faces staring at you that were lamps with brown lampshades, all gone. It was so sad. It's like, it would have been funny to get pictures. I wouldn't have wanted any of it because it was so disgusting, but it would have been hilarious to get some pictures to share with you. I do have some home video of it from VHS camcorder. I know, right? God, that dates age, but at some point I'll post them. But yeah, it's kind of the story of that place. It was really a nasty time, and a lot of bad things happened in that house, but there's a few funny stories I don't mind sharing. So again, 4 a.m. therapy sofa, silly stories. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Kind of traumatic and gross and scary all at the same time, but that was life. That was the situation. So I'll end it on that. I'll catch you next video.